Yo, what is up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of the Run It Up podcast. I'm your host, Najee Adams. You know, I got my guy with me today, Jalaal Sandy. How you doing, brother?
I'm a little tired, a little gassed today. You know, it's Monday. Mondays are ass. But still kicking it with my guy. We're gonna sit up here and sound like we know what the fuck we're talking about, but yeah, no, we don't. We're just gonna have fun.
Hell yeah. Today should be a pretty cool episode, to be honest. NBA is back tomorrow as we're recording this. We're recording it Monday night. The MLB Game 7 is currently going on between Blue Jays and Mariners. Lions and Bucks are currently playing. Seahawks playing like 40 minutes. And then NBA kicks off tomorrow. So it's a packed time of sports. But yeah, we are here to talk. We're gonna go through week 7, give our recap of anything we wanted to talk about, give our week 8 picks because we have the rundown of what we are through week 6, 7, and 8, our record. And then we'll talk NBA, give our top 5 teams in each conference, our MVP, a favorite sleeper team if we have it, and 2 or 3 players we think are going to break out this year. So a little bit of everything on this episode of the pod. NBA's back. So for the foreseeable future, this will be NFL and NBA until NFL ends. But yeah, before we get into it, make sure you guys subscribe to Run It Up Pod, everywhere the podcasts are found. We posted on Instagram finally. So lock in with us. Find us on TikTok. Everything will be in the description down below. Leave a 5-star rating and review everywhere that you listen to your podcasts. Find me on Twitter at Najee_, Jalaal, JSandy45_. And we got to go through our songs of the week. Song of the week for me, it's a very easy song of the week for me. It is also, I don't know if you know, but Hurricane Wisdom dropped a deluxe album. I don't even think it's deluxe.
Because of you.
It's a new album, Hurricane Wisdom. If he's not my most listened to artist this year, I'd be shocked. It is it's called Rich Dropout. That is my song of the week. It's a great song. I don't know what it is about Hurricane Wisdom that makes me enjoy his music, but I love that shit. So if you've never heard Rich Dropout or Hurricane Wisdom, he has a lot of great songs. It might not sound like it, but I would say go check it out. Jalaal, what's your song of the week?
Shit. I don't know, bro. I ain't even think of one.
What's the last song you put in your library?
The last song I put into my library, I added Bryson Tiller's new album. I didn't listen to it yet. So the last song that I put in here that I listened to, we're going to go with Just How You Are by Leon Thomas. Shout out to him. I think he has an EP dropping this Friday. And yeah, we ready. Locked in.
Hell yeah. Shout out. I have not listened to Leon Thomas, but I know he's good vibes. And yeah, before we get into I know we don't talk college football much on this podcast, but you know, as a Florida Gators fan, we fired our head coach. I just wanted to say I think it was well worth time to fire our head coach. I think that I'm happy with it. I think Billy Napier's a good guy. He's a good guy, good human. I think he left the program better than he found it. I just think it was just time to move on. He was not a good play caller. He refused to give up offensive play calling duties. And I don't know a single head coach in the in college football right now that's won a championship with while calling plays. So yeah. And as far as the head coaching search, for me, it's 3 candidates. For me, really, it's Lane Kiffin or bust. I know people are like, hey, why would he want to leave Ole Miss? You're insane if you think Ole Miss is a better job than Florida. That's absolutely insane to me. I also know that like he has really just become Ole Miss. So like if he just wants to stay there, that's fine. I understand. A lot of people want Dan Lanning. No chance in hell that he's leaving Oregon. They have Nike money. They're matching any offer that we're giving him. And I just don't think that he wants to leave Eugene, Oregon. So shout out. For me, it comes down to Lane Kiffin, James Franklin, or Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman probably isn't leaving Notre Dame because he gets to play shitters 8 out of the 11 weeks of the season and still make the college football playoff. And James Franklin just got fired from Penn State. I'm sure he will get a job. I would not mind him because I do think that he's a good coach that just kind of got his shit into the stick. But for me, really, it just comes down to Lane Kiffin. Please come to Florida. We would love to have you. Let's go Gators. And yes, that is my Florida spiel.
Yeah, here's what I'll just say in response to that. You watch more college football than me, but I'm not. I'm still a little tapped in. Not happening. Lane Kiffin is not.
You don't think?
Oh,
Oh,
no, bro. They're well, they're not gonna be a top 10 team after this week, but they've been. I mean, why would you leave a better school to go stay in the same conference to a worse
but
school?
is it a better school though?
It
Is
is
it?
in terms of. I'm talking about right now. That's what he built.
That is what he built. So come
But
build
I
that
mean,
at a better
going,
school.
going to Florida would be like betting on the prestige of Florida's past to be like, oh my God, I want to go to Florida. We are in a different era. Dudes be transferring out every year. They do not care about that, bro.
I
They do not
agree,
care.
but my thing
And
is,
also,
people,
I don't think they should hire James Franklin because I think he needs to take a break. But yeah,
he gonna get hired somewhere. But I agree, he should probably take a break. My thing is that people like we lost our head coach. People commit, like recruits commit to head coaches. We lost our head coach. All of our recruiting classes, like I want to be a Gator. Like I want to be a Florida Gator. DJ Lagway, Miles Graham, guys who committed to Billy Napier, like I'm a Gator. They didn't commit to Billy Napier. They committed to the logo. You go to Ole Miss, those people committed to Lane Kiffin. They don't give a damn about no Ole Miss Rebels. So come bring Lane Kiffin to the Gators, combine the logo and the personality. We're cooking. Nobody cares about Ole Miss outside of Lane Kiffin. They are in shambles if he leaves there. But I would also not be shocked if he stayed because he did build that from the ground up. And like he is their everything. Like
they just had what 3 draftees in the draft. Like Jackson Dart was a first round pick, and then they had a couple players on defense and Trey Harris. So like, I mean, if he wants to build that on his own, he's well in his rights to do that. I wouldn't want to be living in Urban Meyer's shadow if I'm him. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I agree.
All the great coaches have built their prestige on a school that hadn't had like greats before them outside of maybe Michigan and Ohio State.
Yeah, and I think that like a lot like Lane Kiffin's record versus top 25 teams isn't great, but like there's got to be some level of projection with whoever we're drafting. Whoever we're hiring, because like there's only 3 active college football coaches in all of the FCS that have all the FBS that have won a national championship. It's literally just 3 of all the teams. There's 3 active coaches. That's crazy. It's literally just Ryan Day, who won his shit last year, is Dabo Swinney, who's a Deshaun Watson merchant, and it's Kirby Smart. So like outside of that, everybody coach ain't never won shit. So
to be fair, a lot of coaches, older coaches, got fired or retired. Obviously, Saban retired. Chip Kelly he didn't win it as a head coach, but he was a prominent head coach. His name's not coming to. I mean, his name's not coming to me, but coach of LSU, Brian Kelly was coaching Notre Dame before. Like coaches have moved around and there's new younger coaches, and so just naturally, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, so like regardless, I'm cool. I'm not gonna say I'm cool. Whoever we hire, for me, like I said, it's one of those 3. If we don't hire one of those 3, I'm gonna be pissed. So, but we'll check back in when we do make a hire. Moving on to our week 7 recap. As of right now, with our pick'ems, we are both somehow 18-10. I know we didn't make our week 7 picks on air, but we made them in text. You gotta trust us. We are both currently 18-10. The 2 of the Monday Night Football games have yet to finish. So like we still have 2 to add to the tally. But as of right now, we're 18-10
tonight.
I picked, hold on, let me go back to our messages. I picked Seahawks Lions. So it's looking good for me currently.
I picked the same shit.
No, brother, you picked the Bucks. You picked Seahawks Bucks.
Well, Mike Evans died, damn.
Yeah. You picked Seahawks Bucks. So we will see.
That's my Lions hate coming through.
Yeah, that's your bias.
But low key, I think if the Bucks lose tonight, I think the Packers are the 1 seed in the NFC. So hey,
you can't lose.
Huh?
I said you can't lose either way.
Got one loss. One loss.
Yeah. 1 loss, 1 tie. You're cooking.
One loss. You fuck about a tie.
So yeah, week 7 recap, just to dive into things. The Thursday night football game was honestly a shootout. It was the icy hot bowl, the Uncle Bowl, whatever you want to call it.
Ben Gay
Joe
Bowl.
Joe Flacco cooking. Jamar Chase got the third most targets in an NFL game in NFL history.
I'm trying to kill a fly. You continue.
You're good. I think when Bengals fans got Joe Flacco, this is exactly what they expected. This is exactly what like every team expects out of their backup quarterback. Like, just give our best player the ball as many times as possible and see what happens. Like, we will go down with the ship. If we give Jamar Chase 30 targets and we lose, hey.
I mean, I think that was just a product of them throwing the ball so much. Like, T. Higgins had, 96 yards and a touchdown? So it's not
Chase Brown also had his best game of the season. So, like, they're just cooking.
I mean, I guess the division's wide open. Like the Steelers aren't walkaway favorites. The Bengals are 3-4 now. So, I mean, Lamar's coming back next week, so things are gonna get interesting. They are 1-5, so they really got some ground to make up. But because they're right now last in the division, which is crazy. I picked the damn Ravens to win the Super Bowl. Little did I know their defense was gonna be Batias. But yeah, I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch the game. I had to work, but I did watch the highlights. Flacco looked good enough. Like, he looked like what a serviceable backup quarterback should look like. He didn't do anything too fancy. He did make some really good plays, like moving in the pocket. For a 41-year-old man, that's pretty impressive to me. And then for the 42-year-old man that was across from him, Aaron Rodgers looked really good. And he made one bad throw and it cost him. I would say the other interception was just a nice play. And for a fan of a team that's playing him next week, I mean, I'm not scared of the Steelers, but he does look good. And honestly, we're gonna get to it later, but might be some waterworks next week, brother. I ain't never had to. Nah, they're in Pittsburgh, but like I ain't never had to watch the Packers with another quarterback and then be like, damn, Aaron Rodgers on the other side. Because when we played the Jets, I don't think he was on the Jets or he was hurt already or something. But yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
You never had to watch him do sick shit to your team.
To us, yes. Yeah. I'm gonna be sick, bro.
Yeah, and like the Bengals, low key, they might go on a run because they play the Jets next week. That's abysmal. They don't have a starting QB. They should win that game. Yeah, they should win that game. They play the Bears after that. The Bears are up and down. Like the Bengals very well could beat the Bears.
Bro, the Bears are ass.
They play the Steelers, who they already beat. They play the Patriots, who should be good. The Ravens after that may or may not have Lamar. And then they play the Bills in early December, and Joe Burrow might be back. So, like, the Bengals.
He might win the division going 8-9, bro.
Yeah, the Bengals very well might go on a run.
Continue, because I want to say something about the Bears, and we could just talk about them real quick.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, that was really all I had from Bears Steelers. If you want to go to Bears Saints, Bengals Steelers, my bad. If you want to go to Bears Saints, we could talk about it. Go for it.
I don't have much to say. I just think the Bears are not whatever their record is, bro. I watched them get a walk-off field goal on the road against the Commanders last week. And the week before that, walk-off field against the dog shit Raiders. And I'm looking up at their record like, how are they this team? Honestly, I don't really know. They've only lost one game, I believe, maybe 2 games.
No, they're 4-2.
They're 4-2. That's crazy, bro. The Bears are not 4-2 good to me. Like,
they've won
Caleb
4
Williams,
straight.
I know, but 2 of those games have been against the Commanders with Jaden Daniels' first game back, and he's hurt again. And then against Geno Smith-led Raiders.
Who the
and then they
Chiefs
played the Cowboys.
31-0.
Exactly. The only team that the Raiders have beat is a team that's way worse than them, and that's the Titans.
Yeah.
I don't believe in the Bears. The Saints, they're rebuilding. Kendrick Miller tore his ACL. That's very tough. And they're not trading Alvin Kamara. So I guess this is just what Saints fans got to watch for the rest of the year. Chris Olave getting 15 targets a game, and maybe Alvin Kamara gets the ball, maybe he don't. Who next? What other
Yeah.
games you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, we could run through Browns, Dolphins. Honestly, like the Dolphins are just a dumpster fire. They don't want to fire Mike McDaniel. They don't want to trade any of their good players, so they're just gonna be a horrible team. Like that just is what it is. Like, like you're just gonna be a bad team. And I guess like they figure, hey, if we can get a high draft pick and not trade our good players, like if we're just gonna be ass as we currently are, then why trade our good players? Because we can get a draft pick anyway. I feel it. I get that.
Hey,
But
here's the
like,
thing. Here's the thing, though, right? They don't really have good players.
yeah.
Like
They
it's Achan, it's Waddle,
and then it's like Bradley Chubb and Matthew
Bradley
Judon
Chubb,
and that's
Matt
it.
Judon, Chop Robinson,
Yeah.
and Luka Fitzpatrick, who you just traded for.
Yeah. So I don't really know what to do with the Dolphins. Like they're horrible. They probably don't fire McDaniel. What are they gonna do with Tua? He throws 3 interceptions. He barely throws for 100 yards. It's like you're still gonna have to pay him next year.
You don't think
He
they
hasn't.
fire him?
I don't. I think that they keep him because I think
I
that
think
they
it's,
think Tua is the problem. And like, hey, what am I supposed to do? So,
I
and I
mean,
also
kind
think
of.
that he's not a bad head coach. Like, I think he's a good offensive mind. Like, who are you going to hire? Is my thing. Like, you fire Mike McDaniel to hire who? It's not
Mike
like,
McCarthy.
yeah. Like, I'm not. I'd rather just keep Mike McDaniel and try and figure it out. And who would hire Cliff Kingsbury? Like, no, I'm not doing that. So it is what it is. And so yeah, I think there's not much really to talk about with that game. The next game, Patriots Titans. I said this last episode. Drake Maye is playing a different position than all the other 2024 quarterbacks. Bo Nix is fine. Michael Penix is fine. Caleb and Jaden are both okay. Like Jaden looks good when
Jaden
he
hasn't
plays.
been great. Hasn't
He's
looked
been
great this
okay.
year, but he's hurt. So I'm not.
He's
Damn.
what the fly got you.
Yeah.
The fly
I
got
have to
you.
buy a fly swatter, bro. It's like 3 of them in here.
I think Jaden looks fine. Like I think that Cliff Kingsbury really does his best to keep things as simple as possible for him and like have him do what he's good at. And that's fine. Caleb looks great on one play and horrific the next play. Drake Maye is not even in these talks. Like he's in top 10, top 5.
QB.
Yeah,
MVP talks
he's
right
in
now.
MVP talks. You feel me? Like he's elevated out of these 2024 QB. He's very clearly the best QB in the class. Like right now, he's 6th in EPA per play, 2nd in total EPA. It's not like he's just checking down either. He's breaking Tom Brady completion percentage records with the 3rd most yards per attempt in the entire NFL. And it's not like he coming out of college, everyone compared him to Josh Allen because like he'd make questionable decisions, but like his arm talent was just so special that you take him and figure out the rest. And he's taken a leap that we didn't see Josh Allen take until what, year 3, year 4, after he got Stephon Diggs. Drake Maye is taking this leap in year 2 with Kayshon Boutte and Demario Douglas and Hunter Henry. Like
And Stephon Diggs.
And Stephon Diggs, but like a very
But
worse
not the
Stephon.
same version.
Yeah, not even very worse. He's still pretty.
You know what's
decent,
crazy,
like,
bro? Like Kayshon Boutte, when he was coming out of college, like when he was in college, I thought he was so nice. And then he ended up going in like the 6th, 7th round. I had him in our dynasty because I thought he was like stupid nice. They didn't even play him his first year like that. And then all of a sudden, Drake Maye comes in, and that's like one of his favorite targets. So
yeah.
I think Bootie's better than this is about to sound crazy. Somebody just cut this up. Boutte is better than people think he is. Like he's more talented than his draft stock would lead you on to think.
Yeah, I think he is too. I also just think like for Drake Maye to do what he's doing currently and like lead the AFC East and outplay Josh Allen for a majority in a game and also in the majority of like. There's not 5 better quarterbacks playing the position this year than Drake Maye currently. Like that, and that's crazy for a year 2 guy in game like 18 of his career, like that or 22 of his career, whatever it is. Like that's pretty insane. So shout out to Drake Maye. That's all I wanted to say. I was a Drake Maye hater, so I am.
You were, and I did say I was higher on the Patriots this year because I felt like Mike Vrabel is a really good coach. Like he showed that he can coach up a team, at least raise their floor and get the best out of his players when he was coaching the Titans. So
When I say that they're gonna have to show me, and hey, they showed me. So
they did.
I'm
I'm
not gonna hate.
Nobody expected them to be number one in their division, though. So shout out to them. Do I think they're gonna stay number one in their division? Probably not. Yeah. But they might make the playoffs. Like as long as they don't collapse mid-season, they should make the playoffs.
They should make the playoffs. Next one, Chiefs Raiders. We don't got to talk about this too much at all. I think the Chiefs are back. Rashee Rice is back. Mahomes is probably going to win MVP. He's got the best odds right now. He is easily. I think he's been the best quarterback in the league yet again. So Mahomes MVP probably going to happen. If the Chiefs can get to 10 wins, he's getting MVP. Simple.
I would say 12. I would say 12.
I think he gets it at 10. Like, I mean, 12 for them.
10 is not that crazy. You go 10-7, you go win MVP.
I think you can. I mean,
that's wild card team record.
They're 4-3 right now. For them to win 12, I feel like
they got to play the Chargers. I know they got to play the Chargers. They got to play the Raiders again. They haven't played the Broncos yet. They'll most likely split that. I say they go 11-5.
I think that also I think 10-12 gets him the MVP. I think double-digit wins gets him the MVP. Simple. That's what I feel.
Depends on how the AFC looks at the end of the year. Like the records.
Yeah. Eagles, Vikings. Eagles bounce back. They played pretty well. I think the Vikings played well enough to win. I just think Jalen Hurts had one of the best games of his career, to be honest.
I mean, he had the best game since the Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah, he was cooking. 19 for 23, 326 and 3. Devonta Smith has a career day. AJ Brown has 2 touchdowns. They look great. You know, the Eagles look pretty good. They're back to their Super Bowl caliber ways, 5-2 on the season. The Vikings, I don't really know where they go from here, to be honest. Like, Carson Wentz clearly isn't the answer. I don't know that they think JJ McCarthy's the answer either. So we'll see. But did you have any takeaways from this game?
Yeah, because, Vikings hate incoming. But first I want to say, you notice how Saquon Barkley was so excited to go visit the White House, and now he can't play football? Crazy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I agree. We can get political in this bitch. Fuck
nah,
yeah.
I can't. Niggas will be like, "Is this you?" As soon as I go to work, is this you?
Yeah, they got you, boy.
That's not me. But I want to say about the Vikings. Yeah, they don't trust JJ McCarthy. They saw 3 weeks of JJ McCarthy, and they pulled him off to the side that game versus the Falcons and said, "Hey, yo, bro, your ankle a little sore. You was moving a little weird today, bro." And he was like, "Nah." And they was like, "Hey, yo, I think your ankle was a little sore today, bro. So we're gonna throw you on. We're gonna put you out for a few weeks and get your mind right. You just had a kid. Get your mind right. Let's be a family man.
Go be a family man."
He came back to practice, and the Cal Raleigh just hit a home run. Oh my goodness!
Who's winning?
Seattle's up 3-1.
Hell yeah!
Hey, fuck the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I want the Mariners to win.
I do too. But yeah, I don't trust the Vikings to do anything special. Big question mark at QB. The defense, I don't think the defense is bad, but they're on the field so much sometimes because there's just drives of their offense where they get nothing. So, I mean, Brian Flores is doing his thing. Defense has looked good for the majority of the year. Justin Jefferson, I'll be honest, he looks fine. I just feel like he's not as locked in as he usually is because Carson Wentz be on some bullshit sometimes.
Carson Wentz love him some Jordan Addison.
Yeah, like I think Carson Wentz when they were overseas in where were they, Germany or London, where I think both.
Yeah, I think Germany.
He made it like his mission to target Justin Jefferson as much as possible, and all of a sudden today it was like, oh, Quinyon Mitchell over there, like, bro, that's Justin Jefferson. Throw him the damn ball. It don't matter, But yeah, it's the Vikings. I don't care. I don't care about the Vikings. I don't care about the Bears. We already know.
I love that for you. Panthers, Jets. There's nothing for me to take away here. Bryce Young is now injured. They benched Justin Fields. Tyrod Taylor may or may not be the starter next week. Aaron Glenn said he doesn't know. I mean, personally, I think benching Justin Fields is pretty insane because now, like, benching Justin Fields in a game where you lose and Tyrod throws 2 picks, it's like, okay, how are you gonna then start Justin next week? So once you bench him, like you bench him, like that's just it. Yeah, like that's it. And I think that's a crazy decision to make, but I
this is
get
why
it.
Aaron Glenn is getting fired.
Yeah, I understand.
He's 100% getting fired.
Like they asked him last week, "Are you going to bench Justin?" He said, "That's a crazy question. Why would you ask that?" Like, okay, if you're going to ride with him, then ride till the fucking wheels fall off. If that means you go 0-17 and you go fucking 0-17, but like Tyrod Taylor is what? You want to win games? You have the first pick in the draft. You want to win games for what? Like, I just don't get it. And I get Aaron. It's tough to think like that when you're a coach, but like, you paid Justin Fields $30 million. Like, let him play.
The thing is, I think Justin Fields, I don't know if you looked at his contract, but it's
not all guaranteed. Yeah.
They can get off his contract after this year. So they're not fully committed to him. So I think at any moment they feel like they could just tell him to fuck off and he could get paid and they can just get this over with because it's not a great situation. Secondly, I think Aaron Glenn, probably a great guy, probably a great coordinator. I think he's a horrible head coach because I think he's trying to be cool with everybody in the locker room. Like he's trying to be the locker room, the players coach. Like you come to him, cool with him, go out to eat with him. Oh yeah, that's my dog. Like, bro, this is not the type of. These are men. They don't care about that,
young
bro.
Team. Like
they have a very young team and undisciplined as hell. I'm pretty sure they lead the league, at least their defense does. And for a defensive coach, for your defense to lead the league in penalties or be near the top of the league in penalties is inexcusable, bro. That's what you got hired for.
Yeah. Yeah, I think ultimately, I don't know if he gets fired after this year. I wouldn't blame the Jets if they did can him though. Like it is what it is. Next, I know you want to talk Broncos Giants, so go for it.
Oh yeah. I guess main takeaways. Jackson Dart is a good quarterback. I think he has a really bright future. However, he definitely has a turnover issue. Like he turns the ball over in some of the worst situations ever. He had a great game against Philly, and he had a great first half against the Saints and a terrible second half against the Saints. And in this game, great first half. Not gonna lie, the knick-knack paddywhack touchdown to Theo Johnson was kind of crazy. I was like, oh, the Giants got this. Like, this is fate. God on their side.
Yeah.
Clearly not, because we're throwing the ball up, 10 in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go? Inexcusable, bro. Inexcusable. You got Cam CTE Scatterboo in the backfield, and you sitting over here trying to be cute. Yeah, that can't happen. Granted, their kicker makes an extra point. They probably win this game. But Jackson Dart is definitely a mixed bag, and I think that was the biggest knock on him coming out. Like you get plays where it's like, this kid is really good. Even though he doesn't have the greatest arm, like he is really accurate. His anticipation is top notch for such a young guy. And then he goes out there and makes a play. You're like, what the hell was that? But I mean, he's got Wan'Dale Robinson looking really good. Cam Scatterboo looks good. The Giants seem to have like this new energy about them. Like they're playing with their heart on their shoulders. They're playing with a lot of intensity. The defensive line looks really, really good, as most people anticipated. But this is why I was so high on the Broncos. It's not because of Bo Nix, low key. Like Bo Nix, I feel like he plays better when his team is down, when he can just farm yards and come back. But the defense, the Broncos defense got some tough breaks like the whole game. They got a couple penalties I didn't agree with. The touchdown I was talking about, just unfortunate. And then Jackson Dart threw them a couple passes that they could have picked off, and they dropped like 3 of them. So I was really high on this Broncos defense coming in. They led the league in sacks last year. They're top of the league in sacks again this year. Patrick Surtain's the best corner in the league. And Jackson Dart does what he has to do to win games, clearly, because this is the second time the Broncos have scored 20 plus points in the fourth quarter of a game and won after not scoring for a whole quarter. Like,
it
so
was 19-0.
This is the second time, and I want to say 4 weeks, that they've gone into the fourth quarter with 0 points and won the game. Crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Broncos are a serious team. I don't know if I believe in them to do anything come playoff time, but they're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll make the playoffs. I just don't believe that they can win. Like, I don't think that they are a real Super Bowl contender. But I mean, there's only like 3 of them, so making the playoffs is cool.
If that, bro. I don't even
Yeah,
really
if
know.
that,
I don't
if
know
that.
who's the contender. Outside of the Chiefs, bro, I don't know who to trust. The Bills
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
look good.
No, the Bills look horrible. The Eagles are. I said it, the Lions go back and forth. Like the Lions off a loss are unbeatable. Like they coming off a loss, they smack everybody. But the thing is, like you can only take one loss in the playoffs, so that shit don't really matter. The Niners look good.
What I tell you about the Lions last week? I said it in the chat. I didn't say it to you.
What you say?
I said they look real different when they're not front running.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Their game is like run the ball and then run the score up, kind of sort of. It's like when they can't when they can't rely on the run game to like chew the clock, control the game, and then get these little dump off passes on short yardage situations, they look real different. And the 2 games that they've lost this year, week 1 in Green Bay and whatever last week was in Kansas City, played against 2 really good teams who have really good defenses, and they fell behind early. And it's like when Jared Goff has to throw the ball, it's a wrap for them. And that's exactly what happened to them last year against the Commanders. Like the Commanders were up 20 and they were like, all right, I got to throw the ball. And it didn't end up well for them.
Yeah, the Niners look good. The Rams look really good. I think the Seahawks look good. We'll see how we play against the Texans tonight. But I think the NFC West has 3 really good teams.
I said this 2 weeks ago. I said y'all got 3 good ass teams in y'all division, bro. It's like our division last year. That shit's sick, ain't it?
Very good teams. So we shall see. But yeah, that's really the last takeaway that I had. I don't know if you wanted to talk Packers. You did.
Oh yeah, real quick. Shout out Michael Parsons' first career 3-sack game. Shout out to him. Zach, fuck you, boy.
Oh, that's your man.
And fuck the Cardinals.
Yeah, I said they the assest team in the division. And what are they? The assest team in the division. So there we go. Shout out to Zach, but y'all is ass.
Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah,
he played well. He was cooking us. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got too. We could go dive into our week 8 picks. I'm not gonna lie. So, like I said, me and Jalaal are currently both 18-10. If the Lions win, then I will be 19-10, and Jalaal will be 18-11, and then we will go see what the Seahawks in Houston do. We both picked the Seahawks, so we'll see. But going on to week 8, here we go. Picks. We got Vikings Chargers as a Thursday night football game. Woo! This is a bit of a weird game. I'm not gonna lie, but I have done no prep for none of these games. I'm doming it. I'm taking the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers to beat the Vikings. I imagine Carson Wentz will still be starting, even if it's JJ. I think if it's JJ McCarthy, I take the Chargers even more. So I'm gonna take the Chargers. I think they move to 5-3, and yeah, I'm going Chargers. Who you got?
As much as it pains me, I'm going Vikings.
Okay.
The Chargers don't look great. Their pass protection is really, really bad. Granted, both of their all-pro tackles are injured. Joe Alt out, Rashawn Slater out, and it's shown. Like Justin Herbert they've been getting down early. Justin Herbert's been running for his damn life. And against a team that just had a tough loss against a good team in the Eagles, I think the Vikings feel like they have something to prove. Like the Chargers did a Chargers thing. They lost at home, which they usually do, against the Colts, who are really good this year. And I think Carson Wentz has a bounce back game. I believe Aaron Jones is coming back next week. That's not certain, but he might be back. He might be back next week. They might leave him out one more week because it's a short week. But granted, I think the Vikings are just a better team.
Boom. Next game we have Dolphins Falcons. This is I'm taking an easy Falcons. There was a thought in my mind to take the Dolphins for like bounce back game, but I can't. I'm sorry. I'm taking the Falcons. This Dolphins team is broken. So yeah, I'm taking Falcons. Who you got?
Falcons. Shout out wifey. Real quick, the Falcons defense is legit, bro. Granted, Christian McCaffrey just turned them into Swiss cheese, but at the same time, it's Christian McCaffrey. Like I can't really blame them for that. Like he's one of the best running backs in the league. So, but wait, Keep an eye on Michael Penix. Did come out. He got a bone bruise in his foot.
A bone booze.
Yeah. In his foot. So if he doesn't play, who's their backup?
Kirk. Captain Kirk, boy.
Oh, shit. Yeah, if Kirk play, man, that might be the shit bowl. I don't know. It would be hilarious.
Hey, these old QBs been cooking. Flacco, Rogers.
Kirko got his money and turned
Andy
into
Dalton.
Andy Dalton.
He got to start next week. Hey.
Yeah. What year is it? What year is it?
Next game is Bengals Jets. That's an easy one for me. I'm taking Bengals. Next week there's a bunch of teams on bye, so the schedule is kind of ass. But I'm taking it easy Bengals. Who you got?
Bengals by at least 14.
Jamar might go for 200 yards because Sauce Gardner might not even be playing. So I don't know, but
boy.
He's in concussion
Brandon Stevens on Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
That's food. That's food.
Next we got Browns Patriots.
Let's get this over with. Come on.
Who you got in this one?
I'm taking the Patriots. I think the Browns defense is still really good. They now have 2 wins on the season, which honestly I thought they would max out at. I think they'll probably get about 4 by the time the season's over. But to me, I just think it's a thing of Patriots defense has been playing really well. They're really good against the run, and the Browns can't throw the ball because Dylan Gabriel is not that great of a quarterback. He kind of like the play sheet is limited for him. They don't really call plays for him to throw it deep, and they depend on Quinshon Judkins to do a lot for them offensively. So I think if the Patriots lock up the run, which they've been doing to some of the best teams in the league, they did it to the Bills. They've done it to who they just play. I don't remember who we just said they played.
The Browns, they played the Dolphins.
No, the Patriots. Titans, they just played.
They played the Titans, yeah.
Yeah, Titans got a decent run offense with Tony Pollard. He didn't do shit last week. They have really been locking up the run. So, and I don't see a way that the Browns beat you through the air. They barely throw for over 200 yards, damn near over 150 yards. So, yeah, I got the Patriots pretty convincingly. Might be a nasty game though, low key.
Yeah, I also have the Patriots. Everything you said is correct. I just don't like if I'm saying that Drake Maye's playing like a top 5 QB, then I'm not gonna say he's gonna lose to the Browns. So for me, it's an easy Patriots. Next up,
heavyweight brother.
Yeah. Next up, we have a rematch: Giants Eagles.
Yeah, that's crazy that they played twice in 3 weeks. That's nuts. In the middle of the season.
I say the Eagles win. I say they get back. Yeah.
The Eagles are winning this one.
I say they get their revenge.
I'm not going to make excuses for the Eagles, but they did have a lot of injuries on that day. Quinyon Mitchell got hurt. Jalen Carter didn't play. It seemed like to me for the Eagles, like the reason I didn't pick them to win last week or this past week is because I was waiting for them to like show their identity, which was their true identity, which was, hey, we can air the ball out and still win games, which I felt like they were doing to prove something. Like they were doing it because AJ Brown was bitching in the locker room. Devonta Smith don't really say much, but AJ Brown was frustrated as hell and they were losing games. So I feel like they did it to prove a point. And also Saquon hasn't looked great this year. Like, let's just be honest. The O-line's been banged up. Saquon looks a step or two slow. But I think the Eagles at home are tough to beat. That's always been a thing. It always will be a thing. I'm not going to say convincingly because the Giants have been playing well since Jackson Dart has been named the starter. But again, I'll take the Eagles. And if I'm wrong, listen, man. I don't know what to say. Dart is him.
Yeah,
They were killer. I don't know because I don't know a logical reason other than the Giants' pass rush disrupting the game that much. I mean, it could happen, but I feel like you just played them 2 weeks ago. You know what's coming. Not sure like how many tricks the Giants really have up their sleeve. They don't really have weapons like that. And if you focus in on Scatterboo and force Jackson Dart gonna give you the ball one time. because he does take some chances.
Yeah. I got, like you said, I got Eagles. Next one is Bills Panthers. This feels like, and it's the Panthers and Andy Dalton. Like, if the Bills don't win this game, then it's clipped. It's over. Like, there's just no Super Bowl in the future this year currently. So, I'm gonna take the Bills. I feel like they need a bounce back game. They need to blow the Panthers out and make people realize like we are still a very good team. Because if they keep it close with a backup and going against a Panthers team that is 4-3 on the year and like is better than I thought they would be, still they should win this game. So yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah, you can't lose to the Panthers without Bryce Young, bro.
No.
Granted, Bryce Young hasn't been like playing amazing, but Andy Dalton. Like in 2025, losing to Andy Dalton is insane. What is your biggest issue with the Bills? Because I got mine. You know what mine is.
I think they don't give James Cook the ball enough.
Okay, we on the same page. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I don't think they give James Cook the ball enough. I also think that their defense is just not what it needs to be. I also think that receiving wise, like you can only tell Josh Allen to like make some shit shake for so many times until it's like, hey, we need a guy. They thought that guy was Keon Coleman. He's not. It's not Khalil Shakir. It's not. It's Dalton Kincaid missed last game. So like he's been their most productive guy. It might be Kincaid, but like he's currently hurt. So we don't know. It's not Josh Palmer. Like I think that that's a problem. So like, I don't know. I think they need a guy at receiver. And I know they traded Stephon Diggs. Like, hey, Josh Allen, just like spread the ball and make shit shake and be Mahomes. But it's like, hey, at some point, like they went and got Mahomes, Xavier Worthy. They got Mahomes, Rashee Rice. Like, you got to get him somebody. Like, and like you said, I'll let you touch on James Cook, but I don't think they give him the ball enough. Like, enough with the Ty Johnson and the Ray Davis. Like, James Cook is your second best player, and he should be getting 20 to 25 carries a game. I'm not gonna lie. So
he is your best weapon on offense. There is no reason why I'm watching the Falcons act like they not about to give the ball to Bijan Robinson just to give him the ball anyway. Yeah. I've seen Bijan Robinson start at the X, motion into the backfield, motion back, and then they snap the ball and it's an end around. The next play, direct handoff. Next play, screenplay. Bijan 3 touches in 3 plays. Yeah. That's how you're supposed to use. I'm watching Jonathan Taylor cook. I'm watching CMC get peppered. I'm watching Jahmyr Gibbs is kind of split, but taking the biggest advantage of his cut of touches. Who else is cooking? Quinshon Judkins is getting the ball more than James Cook. The Bills went 4-0 and said, we're gonna give James Cook less carries because we want him to be fresh for the playoffs. Nigga, you might not make the playoffs. Y'all keep pulling this bullshit. Like, there needs to. Oh my god, I've been saying this for like 3 years. You know this. I think there was a good reason for them to be like, we don't really trust James Cook before last year. After last year, 1,000-yard, 20 touchdowns, and then you pay the man, and you're like, all right, Ty Johnson, your turn. When I see Ty Johnson trot on the field, I already know what's about to happen. Y'all not running the ball. When Ray Davis come on the field,
that shit was cool until you got another guy in your division. That shit was cool when you was playing against Jacoby Brissett and whoever the fuck the Patriots was trotting out there. Rookie Drake Maye and Tua,
Jimmy Garoppolo,
and goddamn Jimmy G and Zach Wilson in them. But now you got another guy in your division, and you need to win fucking football games because Drake Maye coming. So you got to win.
And there is something to you saying like the Bills asking Josh Allen to just make sugar out of shit. Like it can't happen. Like there is no difference maker in terms of receiving on this team. They don't even use James Cook as a receiver. Like he's either there to be a decoy or you give it to him and he's always making some shit shake. Like I think he's actually gotten better since last year. Like he just looks way more patient and looks healthy, looks like he was ready to, hey, y'all pay me because I'm y'all best player on offense, not named Josh Allen. Their defense has real issues, but listen, Bills be pissing me off, bro. I don't even like watching Bills games. That shit is
No, I
frustrating.
mean, I don't blame you. But with that being said, we're both taking the Bills. So
We are, and if they lose, their season's over.
yeah, if they lose, it's clipped. It's over. The next game is Bears Ravens. Lamar did not practice out of the bye, so that is concerning.
Oh, he did
So
not.
I'm going to assume that he is not playing in this game. So if that is the case, I am taking the Bears to beat Cooper Rush and the Ravens. If Lamar does play, I'm taking the Ravens because I think when Lamar comes back, they're going to be good again. Like I do. I think that like Lamar just doesn't lose very many football games in the regular season. Like he just doesn't. So
I mean, they were 1-3 with him healthy.
they were, but I think that he was like they're about to go on some sort of run and then he died. Also, the game versus the Bills, like you play Josh Allen, he makes his insane fourth quarter comeback. They weren't good with him, but I think that like throughout the history of Lamar being a Raven, they just have never really lost that many regular season games.
No, yeah.
So I'm gonna say if he does play, that they do win. I just don't think he's gonna play because not practicing out of the bye is pretty insane.
Not a great sign. Yeah, that's not good at all.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that report today. I originally picked the Ravens because I assumed he was gonna play coming off a bye. They said that the injury wasn't gonna be out for that long, so I picked him. But if he doesn't play, I'm not picking the Ravens. I'm picking the Bears.
If he does play, we're both picking Ravens though. So
yes, if Lamar plays, I'm picking the Ravens. If he doesn't play, I'm picking the Bears.
The next game is 49ers Texans. Who you got for this one?
I picked the 49ers. I know they're like hard to predict because they don't really have any of their starters. George Kittle just came back last week. And Christian McCaffrey's been pretty much healthy the whole season. Brock Purdy's played like one game. George Kittle was out for 5 weeks. Brandon Ayuk is still battling back from ACL surgery. He's probably not going to be back till like week 10. Ricky Pearsall's hurt. Jawan Jennings is talking about playing with 18 broken ribs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? And then they got Nick Bosa out for the season. Fred Warner out for the season. And I'm like, damn, the criteria to be a San Francisco 49er, have a season-ending injury. That's your initiation.
Death. Bro, their leading receiver is Christian McCaffrey. Their leading rusher is Christian McCaffrey. That's crazy.
And they're 5-2. And I mean, like, I can't. If I had to pick a coach of the year, it would like Kyle Shanahan got to be in that conversation, bro. They've lost their two best players on defense.
Him and Steichen
that's the only two. That's the only two I'm considering right now. They've lost their two defensive stars. They've lost star receiver Deebo Samuel. They traded Deebo Samuel. George Kittle was out for damn near half the season so far. And their starting quarterback, who they just paid $50 million, has been out the entire season.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They lost their starting quarterback. Their two best players on the team, Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, are their two best players, period. And then like Christian McCaffrey, if you want to say he's one of their two best players, sure. But then two of their three best players.
Yeah, I would say Fred Warner, then McCaffrey, then Bosa.
Two of their three best players out of there.
Their three best players. Out of there. 4 best players.
Yeah. Kittle out of there. Ayuk not playing. It's like, damn.
Crazy, bro. Who the 49ers playing? Damn, I forgot what we was talking about.
They play the Texans.
Oh, yeah. I don't think the Texans are a good team. I don't know what their objective is in terms of this build that they have where, they stumbled upon Nico Collins. Then they draft CJ Stroud. They draft Will Anderson. Draft Derek Stingley. Draft Jalen Petrie. Like, defense is elite. But who's protecting your franchise quarterback, bro? It's not like is Debo out there from Friday at left tackle. Come on, bro. And then you want to run the ball, you can't run the ball. You thought Joe Mixon was the answer. He not the answer. He had a virtuoso season last year. Now his knees are basically done. Y'all don't use Woody Marks. Y'all trying to live through the ghost of Nick Chubb. What is going on, man? Y'all live it like And to me, it's so funny because I think we both picked them to win the division. And we were like, yeah, like even though we named all these deficiencies, even though they can't protect the passer and CJ Stroud hasn't looked great, and they don't really have a receiver outside of Nico Collins, I'm still picking the Texans. And these same reasons, the reason why I'm not picking them to win this game. I saw a tweet like week 2. It said the Texans are a perfect playoff team if they make the playoffs. Like if they were to make the playoffs, that's like a team you wouldn't want to play because their defense is really, really good. And CJ Stroud is, one game hit a quitter, hit you for 300 yards, and Nico Collins go crazy. But in terms of like a season-long thing, yeah, the Texans are dog shit, bro. I can't believe it. I can believe it. I didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, for me, I'm taking the Niners as well. Like, I just think the Niners are the better team. Kyle Shanahan, like you said, is in my coach of the year ranks. If he's not 1, he's 2. Doing this with Mac Jones and half of your team injured and still managing to be in the NFC West, and beat the Rams and beat they beat the Falcons, who just beat the Bills. Like, they're a good team. And the Texans are favored actually in this game because they're at home. But I'm taking the 49ers. Yeah, I'm taking the 49ers easily. Next game is Bucks. Yeah, that's insane. Next game is Bucks versus Saints. Who you got for this one?
Where's the game at?
The game is in New Orleans.
In New Orleans?
Yeah.
I feel like the Bucks got to come down to earth at some point. Like, their defense isn't great. Baker Mayfield's been playing out of his mind up until today, I guess. Mike Evans just had maybe a season-ending injury. He just went out with a concussion and a shoulder injury. He was just out for a hamstring. The dude is banged up like crazy. I don't like picking the Saints sounds crazy, but divisional games are weird, bro. Like these are the types of games that, as fans of teams that have good divisions, we look back and we're like, that was such a winnable game. Like, how did we lose to how did we lose to the Cardinals? How did we lose to the Bears? Like, this is low key like a trap game for the Bucks, and they've in the past dominated their division. Todd Bowles is really good at getting teams ready to play. With that being said, I feel like this is like an upset. I feel nasty doing this, but I'm gonna pick the Saints. For no apparent reason, other than the fact that the variance of playing a divisional game on the road against a team and a quarterback that you're not really fit. Like the team, yes, but the quarterback, not really. Like, we don't really know what Spencer Rattler is. So it's tough to prepare for what you don't if you don't know what's coming. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints. I feel nasty about it. If I was betting, I would pick the Saints side of the spread. I don't know what the line is, but I would take the Saints side.
I am taking the Bucks. They are going to lose this game to the Lions, but I just think the Saints are a bad team, and I think the Bucks are a good football team. And I know at home, Saints are at home. Crazy things happen. I just think the vibes with the Saints are kind of low. Like Kamara's like, hey, if you trade me, I'm retiring. Kendrick Miller tears his ACL. They take Tyler Shuck in the second round, but now they can't play him because Spencer Rattler looks good. So that's just a weird situation.
And Spencer Rattler is younger than Tyler Shuck, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Tyler
so
Shuck, whatever his name is.
I just think the vibes are weird. I'm taking the Bucks just because they lose this game to the Lions. I doesn't mean I don't think they're a good team. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Bucks. Cowboys Broncos, I think is going to be a good game. CeeDee Lamb is back. George Pickens looks fucking incredible. They're going to have to pay him the bag.
He's going to get a bag, bro. He's making an argument for the best number 2 receiver in football.
They're going to have the Jamar T situation because you can't let him walk.
Yeah, bro. He's absolutely in that conversation though. Like, it's T. Higgins. Honestly, after T. Higgins, and even Devontae. I would take Pickens over Devontae. Devontae's had a good year though.
Pickens over
I would take Pickens over Waddle for sure. But Waddle's not. He's the one now. But
Yeah.
before he's been in 2 most of his career. I think I would take Pickens over Devontae slightly right now. Like Pickens, I think if AJ Brown went out, I don't know if Devontae would look like how Pickens has looked since CD went out.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that helps CD, bro, because I feel like since they lost Amari Cooper, which is crazy because that seems like a decade ago, probably damn near a decade ago. I feel like it's literally been, oh yeah, all we gotta do is lock down CD. Hasn't worked, but now that teams got to think about who to cover and the fact that they have a run game, yeah, Cowboys offense is
Yeah.
legit, and Dak is playing like a top 5 QB in the league right now.
Yeah. Me, I like the Cowboys and I want to pick them so bad, but this is in Denver. The Broncos are 3-0 at home. The Cowboys are 1-3 on the road. I'm gonna take the Broncos. I don't want to. It feels nasty. I feel like the Cowboys are honestly the better team. I just can't prove it,
You think so?
but I do. I don't like the Broncos. I've been saying this. I don't believe in the
They
Broncos.
are
I
a
don't believe
nasty.
in
Their
Bo Nix.
offense is nasty. Their offense
They
is
are a
nasty.
nasty team, bro. But I just I'm gonna take the Broncos. I don't feel good about it, but I'm taking the
I'm gonna tell you who
Broncos.
they remind me of in a second. You're gonna be
Yeah,
pissed.
talk to me. Who are you taking?
I'm taking the Broncos. After all that good shit I just said about the Cowboys,
Yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck?
they get they have one of the best offenses in the league. But their defense is still really fucking bad. Like, you know who the Broncos remind me of? They remind me of a version of the Legion of Boom Seahawks. Not like exactly player for player, but the way they play and the way they approach the game, what they asked Bo Nix to do. Like when Russell Wilson first started, they didn't ask him to do much. You know, they were like, hey, let's lean on Marshawn, get the ball out to Doug Baldwin, you know? And, Doug Baldwin was always underrated. I feel like Cortland Sutton might be the most underrated receiver in football right now, if we're being completely honest. Defense is elite. They got a run game. J.K. Dobbins has looked great. R.J. Harvey looks great. And Bo Nix is doing his damn job. Granted, the game against the Colts, he kind of lost them the game by himself. But at the same time, I think he just does enough to win you a game. I think Sean Payton does some stupid shit sometimes. I don't know who really be calling the plays. I don't know if it's Sean Payton, but whoever's calling the plays, they just be calling some stupid shit. And at the same time, like the Broncos don't have, outside of Cortland Sutton, like it's high-low variance. It's Troy Franklin, it's Marvin Mims, Evan Ingram. Like, there's not really anybody to trust. And that's kind of like part of their shtick. Like, you don't know if you lock down Cortland Sutton, like, I guess you got to live with Troy Franklin going crazy. But I mean, they got great athletes. I don't know. I don't trust the Cowboys defense. Like, they look good against the Commanders, but the Commanders' number one receiver was Jalen Lane last week. So
Yeah.
I'm not really I'm not buying whatever that was last week from the Cowboys defensively.
So we're both taking the Broncos. The next game is Colts Titans. This is an ass whooping. I'm not even explaining myself.
Are the Titans gonna score?
I'm taking the Colts. I don't. Tyler Lockett asked to be released because they're so ass. I'm taking the Colts. They will be 7-1. They're 4-0 at home, and it's in Indianapolis. So, yeah, give me the Colts. Who you got?
Colts being 7-1.
Crazy.
But I'm impressed, but I still don't know if I fully buy it. I'm gonna give them all their credit. I said last time we recorded, their defense is legit. Like they fly around, they make plays, they're consistent. Their offense is legit too. But I don't know if I trust them come playoff time. Like, Jonathan Taylor is a fucking dog. Daniel Jones having the best year of his career by far. Michael Pittman's look good. Alec Pierce's look good. Tyler Warren looks like a top 3 to 5 tight end in football already, and he's a rookie. Their O-line is healthy for the first time in 3 years. So, I mean, everything's going right for them. And I still feel like the Colts can find a way to not fumble away the division, but make it close enough to where, I don't think the Colts are going to end the season 13-3. If they do, I'll just eat that shit because that's crazy. Nobody ever saw that coming. But they still got to play the Jaguars. They still got to play And the Texans are ass, and the Titans are
Yeah.
like. So that's the thing. Their
They
division
should win the division.
They will win the division, but I don't think they're gonna end up on this high of a note by the end of the season. Like I feel like I could see them being like a 3 seed by the end of the season, which is not bad at all. I didn't even have them making the playoffs. But shout out to the Colts, bro. Like biggest surprise of the season. They got maybe the offensive player of the year and coach of the year. Shout out to them.
Yeah, Jonathan
the Patriots and the Colts both being good in the same year. What year is it, my nigga? 2006?
Yeah,
this
shout
is
out.
Crazy, bro.
Next game, I'll let you take this one. Packers, Steelers. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers can become one of like the 5 quarterbacks to beat every team in the NFL if he wins. So, his first game against the Packers, this should be an emotional one. Who you got though? Who you got?
Crazy, this is I'm clearing the schedule, bro. Ain't shit going on next Sunday at for me 7:15, but 8:15. Calendar's cleared. Ordering some food. I ain't cooking. I'm ordering food. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna soak this shit up, bro. Because honestly, like it's damn. Like I would have felt different if it was like him on the Jets. I'm like, nigga, it's the Jets. You tried to go to the Jets and make it the Packers East.
Yeah.
But to go to a team where he looks good, has a good coach, their defense stinks. But we can get to that in a second. It's gonna be bittersweet. Like when he throws off his back foot to DK Metcalf falling on the ground. Even like it's so funny because I've maligned him for this for a long time. Like when it's 3rd down and he misses a throw and he looks fucking heated and he's like blaming the person who he threw it to. I'm like, nigga, that's on you.
Yeah.
He's like, every time. So I'm like, even that, I'm like, damn, I don't miss that. But given that this might be his last year, it's kind of poetic that Jordan Love is gonna bust his ass on Sunday night, and Michael Parsons is gonna be chasing his old ass down. Granted, I do think our defense is not as good as I thought it was because I just feel like we don't get the pressure we're supposed to get. Maybe that's just the scheme. I felt like the first 3 weeks we were getting to the quarterback, drawing up all types of different plays on defense and stunts and shit, and now it's like, hey Micah, hey Rashawn Gary, go beat your man. Like that's not how you're supposed to play defense, bro. But I don't know if Josh Jacobs is healthy. I hope he is because we got to run the ball. Tucker Craft, aka Baby Kittle, looks great. Romeo Dobbs looks great. Matthew Golden has arrived. People want us to use him more. I'm like, relax, it's coming. We got like 8 receivers. Christian Watson still on his way back. So
ain't Jaden Reed coming back soon too?
Not till December. Nah, he's out. He's out for a minute. But I'm very optimistic about the offense. Like we had 20 different O-line combinations through like the first 5 weeks of the season. Josh Jacobs didn't look great to start the season, but he's looked a lot better since that Cowboys game. So I'm taking the Packers. I didn't think you'd expect anything else. It's going to be a tough game though. Like playing in Pittsburgh is always tough. And I already watched an AFC North demon on defense wreck our whole offensive game. So like I wouldn't be shocked if another one did it again. I'm talking about TJ Watt, obviously. But I don't like what is the Steelers defense for real? They can't they give up a lot.
They have Jalen Ramsey. They have Joey Porter. They also Jalen Ramsey gets cooked. Joey Porter is kind of mid. TJY is okay, sure, but like regardless, bro, I'm taking the Packers. I think the Packers are gonna win. I was saying before that you guys were the best team in the NFL. I said you guys were a top 3 team in the NFL. I don't know if I still believe that. But I think that you guys are still very good. I think you're still one of the better teams in the NFC. And I kind of think the Steelers are a little bit fraudy. Like, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is playing that well. I think that, like, I don't know that I don't really believe DK Metcalf is this good. Like, there's a lot that I think is going to come back crashing down to earth for the Steelers. So I'm going to take the Packers.
They'll still end up 9-8 though. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, that's their bag, but like they're not winning. they're not a serious team, and that's okay.
No,
That they can
that's
be
fine.
that. And lastly, the Monday Night Football game, Commanders Chiefs. I would be shocked if Jaden Daniels plays. So this is going to be Mariota versus Mahomes, and the Chiefs look back, and the Commanders look shaky as is. So I am taking the Kansas City Chiefs by a very large margin. Whatever the spread is, it's Kansas City 10.5. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I'm taking. I don't know if I'd take 10.5, but I think the Chiefs win this by a very large margin, and it's at home. So I'm taking
In
Chiefs by at
KC?
least double digits. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, Chiefs by 20, bro.
Yeah. That's an easy one. And so yeah, I think that's all of our NFL stuff. Um, Taking a dive over to NBA, we are going to talk our top 5 teams in each conference. If we want to start with the West, we can definitely do that.
Now let's
So
start
yeah,
with the East. Let's start
we'll
with the
start with
East.
the East. All right, let's start with the
Yeah,
East.
yeah. Let's get it out. Let's get it out the way.
Yeah, my top 5 teams in the East are Cavs, because I think they're already a good team as constructed. I know Darius Garland's going to miss some time, but he should be back he's projected to come back like within their first 10 games, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. So I think the Cavs are good. I said my hot take is that Lonzo Ball by the end of the season is of the Alex Caruso, Derek White level role player. Because I really do think that he's going to be that good for them if he can stay healthy. I know he has some little child's knee on him right now, but I'm still going to take Lonzo Ball to be a good, productive NBA player. The Cavs are the 1 seed for me. The 2 seed is the Knicks. I think that they are also good. I think they're pretty much bringing back for the majority of their roster. They switched coaches. They got Mike Brown. They should be a more efficient offense. They should not be running their players into the ground. And I like Jalen Brunson. I like Cat, and I like OG, and I like Mikhail. And they may or may not be in the Giannis sweepstakes halfway through the year if things go bad for the Bucks. 3, I'm taking the Magic. I really like the Magic this year. I liked them last year. I liked them even more this year. I think Desmond Bain is going to be really good for them. He's exactly what they need, a shooter. He can facilitate a little bit. They still need a point guard for real. Jalen Suggs should be healthy. Mike Evans, broken collarbone. That's GG's, that 1,000-yard streak. We can kiss that goodbye. And so, yeah, I think 3, the Magic, I'm high on them. 4, the Hawks, also high on them. I like the Hawks a lot. They signed Nikhil Alexander Walker. They get Kristaps. They have Trae Young back. Jalen Johnson hopefully plays a full season. I just think they have a good team. Zachary Richardson looks good in the preseason. They should be a good team in the East. They should. They're a deep team. I like the Hawks. I do. So they're the 4 seed for me. And 5, crazy enough, the Philadelphia 76ers. If everything goes,
you're crazy.
If everything goes right, I think they have the most variance of any team in the NBA. If Joel Embiid plays 65 games, if Paul George plays 60 games, if Tyrese Maxey does what he's supposed to do, if Jared McCain comes back, VJ Edgecombe is a very good basketball player. Plug and play right now is a good basketball player. Like the Sixers, I do. I think they could be the 5 seed. I think I'm not asking much for them to be a 5 seed. I think they can do that. So I'm taking the Sixers to be the 5 seed in the East. What's your 5?
Question for me? Answer a question, bro. Answer a question.
Talk to me.
When's the last time Joel Embiid played 70 games in the season?
Shit, I don't know if he's ever played 70 games.
Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
Let's say 2019, 2020. What was it? How many did he play his MVP year?
MVP year, 66.
Jesus. When's the last? I don't know. When's the last time he played 70?
Never.
That's what I said. I said never. I don't think he's ever played 70 games.
The most he's ever played is 68. But yeah, he's never played 70 games. I think the most he's ever played in his career is 68. That MVP year. And it's just a wild bit. Like, he hasn't played more than 40 games the last 2 years. Last year he played 19. The year before that he played 39. So we're now 3 years removed from Joel Embiid playing 60 games. And I'm now I gotta look at Paul George because I'm like, you're saying a lot. Like, I don't even know when the last time Paul George played 60 games for real.
I don't know when the last time he played 60 games either is, but I'm just saying, I'm not asking them to be the 1 seed or the 2 seed or the 3 seed or the 4 seed. I'm asking them to be the
But
5 seed.
I'm saying you asking for a lot, brother.
I'm
Okay,
asking
he
for the
played.
5
Okay,
seed.
his last year in LA, he played 74. But other than that, like he ain't played 60 more than 60 since the MVP caliber season he had in OKC.
And I look at these other teams, it's like, yeah, you know, the Heat might be all right. The Bucks got Giannis, they might be all right, you know.
Whereas.
The Pacers should be asked. The Celtics, maybe they put something together. But I think the 76ers have enough talent. Jared McCain off the bench. I think they have enough talent to be the 5 seed. I know he should be back, though. He'll be fine. He'll be by at least I don't think he's gonna miss that many games. He was supposed to be reevaluated a couple weeks into the season. So let's say
early November, probably.
Let's say he misses their first 8 games, 10 games. Okay, sure. Like, I think that's fine. Cool. He plays 70 games. Great. I can see them being the 5 seed. Now, granted, if Joel Embiid plays 20 games and Paul George plays 15 games and they're just horrible, they're not going to be the 5 seed. But I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm putting them as the 5 seed.
Over under Joel Embiid, 55 games.
I'm going to say over.
Over under Paul George, 62 games.
Under. I'm saying under 60. If they both play 55 games, the 76ers will be a 5 seed. At least a 5 seed.
That's asking a lot. A lot.
If they both play 55 games, the 76ers will be a top 5 seed in the East. For sure.
You done?
Yeah. Go for it.
All right. So I'm not doing like 1 seed, 2 seed. This is who I think by the end of the season, obviously fully healthy, I think the best teams will be. Number 1, I have your New York Knicks. I like the contrasting style that Mike Brown brings to this team. Their roster isn't really that different. They just forced Malcolm Brogdon into retirement, so that's great. But they did bring in Gershon Yabusele, who I think fits their team honestly perfectly.
He's like 300 pounds.
Yeah, I think he fits. Honestly, he fits what they need perfectly. They also brought in Jordan Clarkson in the offseason. Did George Springer just hit oh my God, yo, fuck the
anyway, the Jays won.
They up now. George Springer just hit a 3-run homer. Oh my God.
Woof.
But yeah, I like what the Knicks have done. They haven't done anything to their roster per se, but such a coaching change can make a big difference. I think you got to take pressure off of Jalen Brunson a little bit. Like, I think they were definitely asking him to do way too much, asking Cat to do way too much. But when it all comes down to it, I think the Knicks are still the best team in the East. Granted, I do have problems with their defense. Like, teams just attack Cat and Jalen Brunson because they're the 2 worst defenders on the court at all times. Granted, the players at the other 3 positions are pretty elite at defense. So, like, those are not the guys you really want to be going at. Number 2, buckle up, buddy. I have the Detroit Basketball Pistons. Yeah.
That's okay.
That's not worse than your fucking 76ers at the.
It's definitely worse than the 76ers.
No, it's not. No,
brother, who is the second best player on their team?
Huh?
Who's the second best player on their team?
It doesn't matter. What do you mean? It's the Eastern Conference.
It doesn't matter. Who's the second best player on that team? Tobias Harris, Jalen Duren, Asar Thompson.
I mean, it's Jalen Duren, but I mean they got Jaden Ivey just got hurt again, but he comes back healthy. They might be all right. Like, Jalen Duren's cool. They got Duncan Robinson. They need to shoot it. But I didn't even tell you why I picked them.
Okay.
I didn't even tell you why I picked them. So the reason why I put them number 2, I actually had them number 3. Then I thought about it and I was like, I don't trust the Cavs at all, bro. I don't care how much talent they have. When they get to the playoffs, they get beat the hell up. It don't matter. And the Pistons are maybe the toughest team in the East in terms of like just physicality
yeah.
and playing you to the worst, like making you the worst version of yourself. That's what the Pistons are good at. come playoff time, I feel like nobody wants to play the Pistons. And I didn't even talk about that dude yet. I didn't even talk about that guy, who we will also talk about later. Hey Cunningham, listen.
Okay.
My MVP pick was also Kate Cunningham, because if I'm gonna have the Pistons number 2 in the East, if I'm gonna have the Pistons number 2 in the East, I have to follow it up. Because think about it. If he takes another jump, he was averaging 25 and 10 last year. He takes another jump. That's what? 28 and 11 and a half, I'm gonna say. Let's be fair. With better teammates, no gambling Malik Beasley, healthy Jalen Duren. You replace Malik Beasley with Duncan Robinson for nothing. Tobias Harris was solid for them last year. They got rid of they brought in Karis LeVert, who's a great bench player. Like, I think they're a really deep team. I think they're a tough team, and I think that's a team nobody wants to see come playoff time. I ain't got much else to say. We just gonna have to wait and see. I'm high on the Pistons this year. Number 3, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. Listen, love Donovan Mitchell. Fucks with Darius Garland. I fucks with Evan Mobley. It's just something about the Cavs where they don't. It seems like they're built for the regular season specifically. And when I thought about it, I'm like, you don't really watch baseball, so you might not understand it. But to my baseball fans that might be listening, I think the Cleveland Cavs are the New York Yankees of the NBA. And what I mean by that is, throughout the regular season, they'll look fantastic. They might lead the league in 3-pointers made. They might have a top 5 defensive rating. Evan Mobley's going to be in Defensive Player of the Year talks. Donovan Mitchell's going to be in MVP talks. People are going to talk about how underrated Darius Garland and how underrated Jared Allen is and how Lonzo Ball looks so great. They're going to get comparisons to OKC and Denver. And then we're going to get to the playoffs. They'll win the first round for sure. Come second round, they run into somebody like the Knicks, the Pistons, the Magic. I don't trust them.
The Pistons are a better team than the Cavs.
I don't think roster top to bottom, they are a better team. But I know that the Pistons will give the Cavs hell. That's the type of team they hate playing. Bro, I watched the Knicks whoop their ass. Tough team. This was before they had Cat. They had just Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Whoop their ass with the same core. Last year, Pacers, tough-ass team. Whoop their ass. Regardless of who was hurt, who was not. The Cavs have a propensity to just fold against teams that are, you like that one.
Hell yeah.
To fold against teams that are just really physical and impose their will. That's why I'm not high on them. They'll be great in the regular season, bro. They probably win 50 games. But I'm not ranking my teams based on what I think they'll do in the regular season. I'm looking at what I feel like they might be in May, in June. This fucking fly, bro. I'm gonna kill this fly. I promise you.
JSN touchdown, and he dunked on the field goal shit, so they called the flag.
Damn. So the Seahawks started winning.
Nah, it counts. It counts. Yeah.
We're saying the Seahawks give it, and the Mariners take it away.
And it was on Derek Stingley. Come on.
Ooh, that's his boy too. Number 4, I have the Orlando Magic for kind of the same reasons you said. I'm high on Paolo, not as high as you, but I'm pretty high on Paolo. I think, what's crazy? We had that conversation about who we think the next American MVP was. And back then I picked Paolo, and then I somehow convinced myself that it would be Cade. I still don't trust, their consistency of their shooting. I love Franz, what he brings to the team, like being a point forward. I think Jalen Suggs brings a lot defensively. If he's healthy, they'll be really good. But again, is he going to be improved as a shooter? Desmond Bane, that's probably one of the bigger trades of the offseason, outside of obviously Kevin Durant. I think he does change the dynamic of their team. He just gives them another shot creator. Just hopefully, I don't know, like sometimes when teams have too many shot creators, it creates a weird imbalance of offense, and you got like 4 guys all trying to get theirs. But Jamal Mosley is a really good coach, so I'm not doubting them at all. I think they might have the best defense in the league. They still have a weakness at the center position, so when they play somebody like a team with size like the Cavs, like the Knicks, like the Pistons, it might be a little tough for them. Number 5, I'm a little skeptical, but I'm gonna say the Hawks. Trae Trae Young led the league in assists last year, wasn't the most efficient, but I think you could argue that he's never really had a great team around him. And this is the best team he's had since they've drafted him. They bring in Nickeil Alexander-Walker. They bring in Kristaps Porzingis. You got Dyson Daniels now, Zachary Richichet, who you mentioned earlier. They're just a really and Jalen Johnson coming back off injury. How could I forget? If he's healthy, they're going to be a problem, bro. Like Jalen Johnson is one of the better young players in the league. He's only 23, maybe going on 24 years old. So and Big O in the middle. I forgot about my boy on Yeka.
Yeah.
But I can also see a world where like they end up 7-8 seed again. Like they should, talent-wise and depth-wise, they should be a top 5 team in the East. But
Kristaps likes to miss games. Jalen Johnson likes to miss games.
Jalen Johnson gets hurt. Kristaps gets hurt. Who knows where this might go? But I think they did a good job in the offseason of creating a roster that can compete in the playoffs and just giving yourself a chance. Like everybody saw what the Pacers did. The Pacers didn't have a superstar on their team. So I think that inspired people to be like, hey, if they could build around Halliburton, we could build around Trae Young. I don't know if it's going to translate like that, but shout out to them for actually trying to make some shit shake.
Yeah. If we want to move to the West, you go first.
I know what type of shit you about to pull. Nah, yeah. You sit down and you relax because I already know what you about to do.
My shit is okay. Go for it. Go. Go first.
You know your bag. Anybody who's been listening to this, you know your bag.
You go first. Who you got?
So, who do I think is the best team in the West? It's crazy. It's like picking what I don't even know. It's a selection of maybe 6 or 7 teams where you could be like, you know what? I could see them making out, but maybe like 5.
The best team? 5
in the West?
It's a 2.
Nah, I think it 2
to the best team
in the West.
Yes,
I think it's minimum 3.
I think it's 2. 2. Right, I really think it's 1, but
all right. My number 1 team in the West, shocker, is not the OKC Thunder. It is the Denver Nuggets. You about to no. You're not about to do this, bro. The Denver Nuggets. Listen. The Denver Nuggets took last year's NBA champions 7 games with an Aaron Gordon with no knee. Jamal Murray playing for his life. Michael Porter Jr. ready to make an OnlyFans or whatever the fuck freaky shit he be doing. Russell Westbrook coming off the bench as their 6th man. Now, Cam Johnson, one of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. I think he's still extremely overrated. They bring back Bruce Brown, who they won a championship with. Aaron Gordon's healthy, kind of, sort of. You have maybe the best player in the league still. Obvious, like best 1 or 2. I don't think is really a conversation if he's not. Like he should obviously be in that conversation. I just think the Nuggets realize like, hey, we have to maximize this window. Jamal Murray's getting a little bit older. Jokic just pushing 30. And we got to be serious. And I think like coming so close to beating the Thunder when it felt like, who knows? They might get better, which is very possible. They're mad young, but I have faith in the Nuggets because we talked about how hard it is to repeat as champions. So I think whoever comes out of the West, I think is winning the chip. So not only am I picking the Nuggets to come out of the West, I'm also picking them to win the championship this year because of the variance of how hard it is to win a championship and in general and then repeat. Number 2, I have OKC. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. MVP, arguably best player in the league. Jalen Williams is hurt right now, but he should be back maybe in a week or 2. Chet Holmgren. They honestly, bro, did they bring in anyone? Did they just completely run it back? I don't think they added anybody. They drafted a rookie, but he's out for the season. So I don't really I think they have basically the same exact team, and they paid Jalen Williams, not J-Dub, the other Jalen Williams, and I think they paid Isaiah Joe. So they completely ran it back. And it worked last year, so why not try it again? They'll be one of the best defenses in the league. They'll be one of the best offenses in the league. They have one of the best players in the league. We know what the Thunder are. We know what they do. Number 3, the Houston Rockets. I'm not as high on the Rockets as everybody else, but I do think, like, defensively, I think they can be really, really good. Like, they're running this lineup out there tomorrow with a men playing the 1. I don't know who they had playing the 2. I think it was like a men, KD, Jabari Smith, Sengun, Steven Adams. Insane lineup. But the fact that they don't really have a point guard is concerning to me. I'm not the biggest fan of their ability to shoot consistently. They don't really have like a crazy 3-point threat. Like Jabari Smith can get hot. KD obviously is KD. But Sengun's not a shooter. Amen Thompson, unless he took a huge leap shooting, is not a great shooter. And then coming off of the bench, I mean, they have Torrey Eason. Like, they got a lot of wings. They got Reed Shepard, who they drafted number 3 last year. They don't really use him. So it's like a mix of, depending on who's going to take a leap / who's just going to get more minutes based on Jalen Green going out, Fred VanVleet going out. A guard's got to give you something other than Amen Thompson. He cannot be the only guard producing for you. So I still think they'll be really good. Like, they have a crazy amount of talent. So I put them number 3. But like, realistically, I don't see a world where they beat the Nuggets or the Thunder. Number 4, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves. Listen, formulas worked. Whatever they got going, I guess just keep doing it. They made the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. Anthony Edwards is one of the best young players in the league. Julius Randle looked really good last year for the most part. And I think it's intriguing that they'll have a little bit different of a lineup this year. Like, they won't have Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it seems like Rob Dillingham will start at point guard. So I'm curious to see how that looks. It'll look a little different. Mike Conley was kind of like the passive floor general. Might have a 20-point game here and there, but you don't really pay attention to Mike Conley on the court with another scoring threat on the floor. I think that might change the entire dynamic of their offense. So I'm curious to see how that looks. And number 5, as scared as I am to say this, because they are the Pokemon Center, the senior citizen brigade, the Los Angeles Clippers. I mean, their team is kind of stacked, bro. Like, talent-wise, I think, you got James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Ivica Zubac, Bradley Beal, the ghost of Chris Paul, who played 82 games last year, which is nuts. They traded for John Collins.
He loved a game, boy.
Love a game. I believe they still have Derek Jones. They still have Chris Dunn. So, like, their team is stacked. Like, they're a really well-balanced team.
Brook Lopez. They nice.
And I'm also getting somebody, Brook Lopez, which honestly might help them out because Brook offers shooting that they didn't have last year. So, I mean, the thing with me that's holding them back is the same thing that I was scared about for the Sixers, but I feel like it's not as bad. Like, logically, I probably should have put the Lakers here, but LeBron's ass hurts and he's got sciatica issues like an old ass man. So, I mean, I don't know what the Lakers look like without LeBron. Probably not that great. So I'm gonna put the Clippers here at number 5.
For me, I have the Thunder at 1. I think they are very clearly the best team in the NBA still. Like you said, running it back, they were one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant regular season team we've ever seen in NBA history. I think we might see a 70-win season from them. I think their defense is going to be just as good as it was last year because they had one of the best defenses ever, and Chet Holmgren missed half the season. Isaiah Hartenstein missed a good chunk of the season. And yeah, I think they have currently the second best player in the world. And they are going to continue to build on dominance. 2, I have the Nuggets. I think they are a very good team. I think Cam Johnson is going to do things for this team that I think a lot of people are not expecting. I think Aaron Gordon has turned his career has like molded himself into the perfect role player.
Yeah.
After his Orlando Magic days, I think Bruce Brown is a bad basketball player, except for when he's playing with Nikola Jokic. And so they got him back. I think Jamal Murray, he's saying he's in the best shape of his life. That's great. I just think they're a good basketball team through and through. Jonas Valanciunas is now on that team. They no longer have to worry about DeAndre Jordan. You can give Jokic a 10-minute break and not have to worry that you have someone incompetent at basketball on the court. You can, like, Jonas Valanciunas is not a top 20 center by any means, but like shit, he's competent. He's an average center that you can like give a post touch every now and then and he can make some shit shake. That's more than they can say for the last 2 years. So that's good for them. Third, I have the Rockets. I think they're a great team. I think they're deep, just like you said. Dorian Finney-Smith should be a great addition to their team. Even though he's dealing with a couple injuries, I think Amen. Everyone's projecting the Amen leap. I agree. I think he will be better. Reed Shepard should be good. Tari Eason should be good. Jabari Smith should be good. They obviously go and get Kevin Durant. Like, I like Ime Udoka as a coach and extend him. Yeah. I like Ime as a coach. I think they're an extremely deep basketball team. I think that they're going to trade for a point guard halfway through the season. I think CJ McCollum would do wonders for this team.
CJ McCollum is not a point guard, brother.
He's not, but like he can facilitate better than anyone they have on their roster currently, and he's wasting away on the Pelicans. So I think,
yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yeah. So like I think that he would do wonders for this basketball team. Do they know that? I don't know, but we'll see. The Warriors,
I don't know if they can afford him. I don't know if they can afford him.
They might not be able to, but like you can fix some shit. The NBA salary cap, you can finesse some shit. But Warriors,
they can. You know, with the new CBA, you can't even when you're at the cap, you can't even sign like minimum
aggregate and shit. Yeah,
no vet mins, nothing. So I don't see how they get a point guard other than giving up somebody of depth. Like they have a trillion million wings. They got to give up somebody to go get a guard.
You can also trade Fred VanVleet because he makes quite a lot of money. So if the Pelicans
trade injured players,
you can trade Fred. I looked it up. You can trade Fred VanVleet. You can trade him.
Is it because it's on the last year of his deal? Oh no, they just extended him.
Yeah, they just extended him, but you can still trade him. It's possible.
Damn.
If CJ McCollum's team just wants to be ass, they can get him up out of there. Fourth, I have the Warriors. I think that they were really good last year when Jimmy Butler got there. They were 22-5 with Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, and it was like a legit 22-5. Like they were a very good team. They were a great defense. They bring Kuminga back. They get DeAnthony Melton in, who may or may not be ready for the start of the season. I think he won't be ready for the start of the season. They had Seth Curry. They dropped Steph Curry.
They said they'll bring him back. They said they'll bring him back.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of have to. They're at the beck and call of their franchise point guard. But I think that they will be a very good basketball team. Jimmy Butler did wonders to that team once he came in. And I think regular season Jimmy is obviously not what playoff Jimmy is, but I still think that he's going to be good for this team. And fifth, I have the Lakers. I couldn't build us any lower than 5. I think that we have a top 3 player in the world. I think that Austin Reeves is in a I think we have a top 3 player in the world.
Luka better than Giannis?
Yes, Luka's better than Giannis.
This is what I'm talking about. It's always some nonsense.
Yes, Luka is better than Giannis. Yes, he is. I think we have a top 3. Oh, Sam Darnold. Oh, who is that? JSN? No, it's Torrey Horton. I think we have a top 3 player in the world. And I think that Austin Reeves is in a contract year. I think DeAndre Ayton is in a contract year. I think a lot of guys got prove-it deals. Gabe Vincent in a contract year. Rui Hachimura need a new contract. A lot of guys got to prove that they're still capable basketball players worthy of another deal. I also just think that we were a 50-win team last year, and we didn't really lose all that much. Like, we got better. You know, we got Marcus Smart. We got DeAndre Ayton. We are a better basketball team than we were last year.
Everybody you named before also got better. Maybe
I agree. I agree, but still, like, if we don't win 50 games and we won 48, like, I still think I'm saying we're a top 5 team. I'm not saying we're gonna win the West. I'm just saying we're a top 5
you
team.
like to pull that card. You love to pull that one.
And that's not with LeBron, with his sciatica, whatever the fuck, being old. So I think that we're gonna be valid. I can't put us any lower than 5 personally. I don't think we're gonna win the chip. My championship pick is the Thunder. I think they go back to back.
It is very hard to go back to back, brother.
It is very hard. And I said last year that I don't think they are.
Because we said the same thing about the Celtics coming in.
I agree. I said this last year.
We said the same thing about the Celtics. And they, obviously I don't want anybody to get hurt, but like you never know what could happen. It could be injury. It could just be the fact that they don't like the locker room just don't feel the same as it did the year before because everybody's like, hey, I done got me one. I'm chilling. There's always a few guys that are like that. So it's tough, bro. Like the Nuggets didn't repeat, the Celtics didn't repeat, and the Thunder and arguably 3 of the best teams we've seen in a while. Like I don't know, it's real tough. I think the odds of picking a repeat champion are lower than just picking somebody new.
I get that. I just don't think any team in the East can win, and I think that the Thunder are still better than the Nuggets. So that's really what it comes down to me. I don't think the Rockets can win either. So it's really just Thunder and Nuggets, and I still think the Thunder are better. So
I think the only way the Rockets have a chance is if they trade for, like, they get some kind of like buyout fleece deal for an actual point. Like if they were like, hey, and I don't even know how crazy this is, but like they go get Drew Holiday or something. Like if they go get Drew Holiday from the Trailblazers, like somebody cheap or something like that. But even then, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, no team in the West no contender in the West is gonna help them out. So it's got to be some shitter or East or West team that drops their point guard or like releases their point guard. But yeah, that those are our top 5 teams. If we want to do MVP, I can get through mine real quick. For me, MVP typically comes down to one of the 5 best players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The number 1 player in the world won it 2 of the last 3 years. So I do think that there's a little bit of recency bias and not wanting to give him another 3 out of 4 years. So I'm taking Jokic out. The number 2 player in the world won it last year. And I do also think that we're not giving it to him again. Shea, he's out. The number 3 player in the world for me is Luka Doncic. The number 4 player in the world is Giannis, who is not on a good enough team to win MVP, I think. And the number 5 player in the world tours Achilles. So I am saying that Luka Doncic wins MVP. I think he's 27. I think it's time. I think he should already have one, to be honest, but it's okay. I think he gets one this year. LeBron being out is going to make Luka's usage rate fucking ridiculous. He is going to average 35, 11, and 9. And if we are a top 4 to 3 to 2, I don't think we're going to be the 1 seed. I don't think we're going to be the 2 seed. If we can be a 3 or 4 seed in the West, I think he's got it.
Why are you talking like LeBron going to be out for 3 months?
Sciatica is weird. Like it doesn't go away. Like he could come back and then 4 games be like, like I don't think LeBron plays.
Our parents about that.
Yeah, I don't think Bron plays 65 this year. Like I don't think he qualifies for all NBA teams and shit. Like I don't. So I think Luka is gonna have to put this shit on his back.
Yeah, but like, I don't even know how that look. Like we're used to seeing Luka take a team, like didn't really matter who he's playing with. Take a team to the second round, like a top 3, 4 seed in the West. I just feel like the dynamic of the Laker team is very different from what he had on the Mavs. And then on top of that, I just think the West in general is just a lot better than it was when he was on the Mavs. So, I mean, I get your logic. I'm not mad at the pick. My pick was bonkers. So, I mean, I get you. I didn't really it was no logical pick for me. So I just picked the best player on the team that I thought was going to take the biggest jump. And that was Cade Cunningham. I think a lot of people are high on Cade going into this year. He definitely, he's only 24, 25. So he's definitely got a lot to work on. Like, I feel like he can improve his finishing. He's a above average shooter, above a really good scorer for his size. I just feel like for also being such a big guard, his finishing is very underwhelming. So if he improves in that area, I mean, making 2-3 more shots at the rim and possibly getting you some more free throws can put your average from around 25 to almost 30. And he's a contender to lead the league in assists. He's gonna be amongst the league leader in assists. And the Pistons might surprise some people this year. I feel like if the Pistons are a top 3 seed in the East, and if they are, it'll be a shocking because like people are still gonna be like, damn, it's the Pistons. Like the Pistons being a top 3 seed is kind of unheard of for the last 20 years, bro. So making the Pistons relevant again could be the storyline that he needs to get him into that conversation. I also think, granted, I don't know how legit it would be, but if the Rockets end up being like 2-1 seed, wouldn't be surprised if they tried to put Kevin Durant in the conversation if he played enough games. Because I think, new team, young players around him, first year on the new team, new coach, everybody's hyped to see him play. If the Rockets are the 1 seed, he'll be like the candidate that's like, hey, maybe we should consider Kevin Durant because the Rockets are the 1 seed or the 2 seed and they won 12 of their last 15 games or some shit like that. But yeah, I would say dark horse, I'll say Kevin Durant.
Boom. Yeah, I think next weekend my voice is kind of going because I have a cold and I'm trying to house this water.
You straight, bro? We almost done. Power through.
Yeah. So next we'll talk 2 or 3 teams, players we think are gonna break out. For me, my first one, I only have 2. So my first one is I think that he's being overlooked because he is the lesser of 2 siblings. And so for me, my breakout is Asar Thompson. I think a lot of people are projecting the Amen breakout, but like when you look at that Rockets team, like KD is going to average 25 plus. He hasn't averaged less than 25 since his rookie year. Sengun is probably going to average 20. They're not going to have 3 20-point per game scorers. We're projecting a Reed Shepard jump. We're projecting a Jabari Smith jump. Tari Eason is in 6th man of the year. Everybody's taking this jump. So like, I don't know that there's that much opportunity for Amen Thompson to go up another level. I think he will be a better player, but statistically, I don't know that that's going to show on the box score. Now, Asar Thompson, I think he's already one of the 5 to 7 best perimeter defenders in the league. I also think Amen is. I think he's the most versatile defender we have in the NBA currently. But like, I think Asar's game is offensively super raw. But when I look at the Pistons, I asked you earlier who's their second best player. There is so much room for him to grow offensively and take shots. Like outside of K, they are begging, they are pleading for someone to take that second spot. Jalen Duren, I don't think he's this big offensive freak. Tobias Harris is what he is. Jaden Ivey cannot stay healthy currently. Malik Beasley's not on the team. He took 1,070-something shots last year. I wrote it down. Malik Beasley took 1,071 shots last season. That is 1,000 shots freed up. Duncan Robinson is not taking all those.
Didn't they have Tim Hardaway on the team too, taking mad shots?
Yeah. And so, like, that's also another reason why the Nuggets are going to be better. They have Tim Hardaway Jr. also.
That's who I'm like, bro. I know they got somebody else.
Yeah.
Blue Jays to the World Series, by the way. Damn.
Woof. But yeah, bro, I think like Asar, there's and people only remember the end of the season when Jalen Brunson dropped him off and he hit the game winner and did all that. But like he was giving Jalen Brunson not hell, but he was making him work for all of those buckets. And like I think Asar can be a top 5 to 7 perimeter defender in the league and make a leap offensively because of pure opportunity and be this really good player that like the Pistons, he was what, the 5th, 6th pick in the draft? Like he was always a good player. I just think he needs the opportunity to grow. And I think that he'll have that on this Pistons team. So he's my first breakout. Who you
got? My first breakout was somebody we mentioned earlier a little bit, who kind of broke out last year, but his season got derailed by injury. First one is Jared McCain. Was putting up it's crazy because like I feel like this happens every time somebody does something nuts. Numbers we ain't seen since Michael Jordan. It says it every fucking time. I mean, he was the second best player on the 76ers last year. objectively speaking. Like obviously Tyrese Maxey was the best player on the team. Joel Embiid played like 20 games. And Paul George maybe played 35 to 40. Jared McCain and his, I don't have it next to me. I don't know how many games he actually played, but I'm going to say 25, somewhere between 25 and 30 games. In his rookie year, was averaging, I want to say like 23 on 50% shooting from three at one point. Or at least he had a stretch like that. And I think he has to have a good season in order for me to take Philly seriously. Because one, I don't think Paul George will be healthy the whole year. I'm not putting all my faith in the VJ Edgecombe to just become, I don't know, Dwayne Wade year one. Like that's some of the comps he's been getting, like Dwayne Wade, Victor Oladipo type of player. I don't know if he's going to be that year one. That's a lot to put on a rookie. But a guy who could just come in and give you buckets, absolutely. Like they need another wing scorer. That's why people wanted them to take Ace Bailey. And even if Embiid does play 55 games, they still need a guy who can just get a bucket. Like Tyrese Maxey can give you 25 to 27 points a game, and Embiid can, I don't think he can give you 30 anymore, but he can probably give you about 25. They need a third guy. Paul George is not giving you more than 20, if that. He's giving you like 15 to 17. Jared McCain can also give you a nice little 15 to 17. And I really like his potential. You know, they obviously have Quentin Grimes. They're kind of stacked on the wing, but he's going to play when he comes back. He's only going to be out for a couple weeks. I'm pretty high on him. I took him in my damn fantasy basketball draft.
Yeah. I like Jared McCain. I like Jared McCain a lot. Last year, even though he does all the TikTok shit, like I like players like that. Like I like players that be like themselves and they get shit on for it, but there's nice. Like it's not like he's doing all that. He's ass. Like he's doing all that shit. Yeah. Like Caleb is a little ass, but like he's doing all that shit. He's still busting ass. So like I fuck with Jared McCain.
You want me to host the rest of the show, big dog? That sounded crazy.
I know, right? No, we only got we got 10 minutes left. We doing this one more player each, and we getting up out of here. My last player is Brandon Miller. I like me some Brandon Miller, and we got
the same last player, but I got a third one, so I'll just give my third one that I had.
I was a Brandon Miller hater, boy. I was like, damn, who comes out of Alabama? Who is good from Alabama?
Yeah.
But over the last 2 years, he's moved me. I'm not gonna lie. I think like last season, he only played 27 games. And I like the Hornets a lot this year. Like I think they could make the playoffs. I got LaMelo winning the scoring title. I got Brandon Miller winning most. I got LaMelo winning. That's my bold prediction. Is LaMelo wins the scoring title. I got Brandon Miller wins most improved player.
Okay, I can see that.
Last year, he averaged 21 on 40% from the field, which is horrible, and 35% from three. But he was taking 10 a game, damn near 11 a game. Like 36% on 11 attempts is pretty decent. So I'm not mad at it.
I mean, that's what the Hornets do, bro. They take a lot of threes.
And I just think that if LaMelo stays healthy, they now have Miles Bridges back. They should be a cohesive team.
They traded for Colin Sexton.
They traded for Colin Sexton. I like Con Knipple. Like, I think that they are a decent team. And so, like, I think that they should be a good little ride here. I don't think the East is that difficult, especially in that back end. So, yeah, I think Brandon Miller's taking a leap, and he is my most improved player. So, yeah, who you got?
Well, I did have Brandon Miller for most of the reasons you said. I'm not that high on the damn the Hornets. I didn't see that ass live. But I do like the picks they've made. Like they're still trying to build around LaMelo, but I think there's also a world where this year they say, hey, if this shit don't work, we might just get off of LaMelo, which I think is valid because you can't even rely on him to play half a season, let alone a full season. But my pick is a guy who, honestly, if this team didn't make a deep playoff run, I wouldn't have known how good he actually was. I'm going to say Andrew Nembhard. Tyrese Halliburton is out for probably the whole season. And in the playoffs last year, I felt like Andrew Nembhard, even in the games where he didn't shoot well, he was defending the best guard. So he was guarding Shea in the finals. He was guarding Jalen Brunson. He was guarding Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland back and forth. I mean, those are some of the best guards in the league. Like maybe 3 of the 10 best guards in the league for sure. And I think the responsibility that he's going to have going into next season is going to be great. Granted, I don't know how good the Pistons are going to be as a team. Halliburton's kind of their engine, but at the same time, somebody's got to do something. Somebody's got to get these buckets. It can't just be Pascal Siakam and Andrew and Aaron Nesmith throwing up threes and Ben Mathurin trying to be Carmelo Anthony. That's not how they're going to win. Like, they need a guy who can facilitate. Andrew Nembhard was great facilitating in college. He was an older player coming out, so I think his game is a lot more mature. He's a pretty good shooter. Honestly, a better shooter than a lot of people give him credit for, a better shot creator than people give him credit for. He's a good defender, as I mentioned before. And I think, you know, they need to solidify a plan just in case Halliburton doesn't come back right. Like, if he's not ready to come back at the end of this season or the beginning of next season, because Achilles injuries are kind of weird. But that being said, if the Pacers make some type of push for the play-in, like they are the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th seed, which is not impossible. The East is so fucking ass. I think Andrew Nembhard's name will be put on notice. Why is Cooper Kupp throwing passes? Interception. Wow. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have, and we can wrap this show up because what about?
That's insane. I was just watching that Cooper Kupp throwing that picks. Like, what are we doing, bro? Someone on Twitter said, "Are you shitting me?" Yeah.
Oh, wait, before we go, I have to say this. We don't talk baseball, but I have to say this. I want to, as a Yankee fan, on behalf of all the ignorant shit I've said, I have to say I was wrong. Aaron Judge is not the best player in baseball.
Oh shit.
He's the best hitter in baseball.
Who's the best player? Ohtani.
It's big. It's that big Japanese man on the Dodgers, bro. I've been trying to like explain this to people, and people that don't watch baseball don't understand, because there's no way to really like explain what he did the other night. I believe that was like Friday night or Saturday night, hitting 3 home runs and striking out 10 batters is like, let me see if I can find a comparison. Okay, it's like Travis Hunter going on offense and scoring 3 touchdowns and then going and locking up Jamar Chase and catching an interception for a touchdown. Like, that is by far the greatest thing I've seen in sports in a long time, bro. I don't think people understand how hard it is to do that. And I'm gonna just shout out Ohtani, because we ain't never gonna see no shit like this ever again. So I'm gonna soak it up. I'm probably gonna watch a little bit of the World Series if I can. The Dodgers might go back to back because they are cooking. They pulled the little okey doke with champions, like, we're not as good as we were last year. Psych, nigga. Right back to the World Series. They kind of just ran through that bitch, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, shout out Ohtani. Fuck the Dodgers though. I hate the Dodgers.
Yeah. Shout out.
Unreal.
So yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. My voice is shot. Hope y'all subscribe to Run It Up Podcast.
I got it. No, I got it. Subscribe to Run It Up Pod. Everywhere you see us. Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Follow us on Twitter. Got a new IG. We don't have no followers, so go follow us. TikToks is up. And like we do at the end of every episode, hope y'all have a litty day, a litty life, and a litty something else. Make sure y'all go run it up. Yeah.
Later.